4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
If you have any poo, fling it now.
All right, y'all. I thought last week we was gonna get in trouble for shit that we said or showed on the air, but I think this week it's gonna come down to it. They're gonna shut us down this week. Now, the girls wanted to talk about sex toys and masturbation and all that shit this week, and I'm good with that. They wanted to bring their toys out and have a vibrator race, and I'm like, no, I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can do that. So I'm cool with it, showing their toys and all that, but yeah, I don't know if we can get away with those things. I know pushing the boundaries is one thing, but like I said, this is someone else. You know, the shit would roll on them, and I'm not cool with that. So I mean, if this was PSU got this, I'd fucking be all over it. But respect to everybody out there who letting us use their stuff and everything. So yeah, that's that. Yeah.
All right, Jeff.
I hate being responsible, but fuck, that's what happens. But welcome to the soup sandwich, and y'all about to get in. We about to get into some craziness today. So, ladies, how's it going today? How was y'all's weekend?
It was good. Pretty good. How was yours?
Nothing new. Yeah.
Nothing new? So, yeah. How was yours, Andy? What'd you do?
Very liberating. Friday morning, I woke up. Didn't watch anything on the internet. Like I said, I took the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I didn't do shit but play video games, watch TV, and watch movies. I didn't look at any posts. I didn't look at anything. Now, my wife goes, how can you not do that? I said, it's easy. I just don't look at this stuff. I'd rather entertain myself. So I feel very real. Now, but come last night, though, I'm like, well, now I'm behind the damn 8 ball because now I got to go set this up, set that up. And like, should have done that on Sunday, but but it was very liberating to be that free from the outside world, if you will. Like I said, I'm the hermit, stepping back from the shitstorm, if you will. But so y'all wanted to talk. Go ahead now. What you say?
Did you liberate?
I was gonna ask.
At least twice a day. I mean, they say it's good for the prostate, so I'm good with that. I'm good with that excuse. I'm good with that excuse.
There is
But now at my age, it's just more like habit. If anything else, there's no more. I mean, yeah, I used to light the candles, turn down the lights, put on some Kenny G and shit, get some KY woman jelly and everything. Go to town, we have a good time. But now here's the bad part is I fake my own orgasms, so I don't know anymore.
Oh,
I can relate.
See? This is why we have toys.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've got a toy, but I don't use it every once in a while because I'm too lazy to get out of bed and go get the lube and everything. So I'm like, oh well, not today then. Fuck it. It's a spit and go. That's all it is. No, I don't like rough riding because I'm still too old. I don't like rough riding. I like to have something up on there.
Oh, this dog, Chapo. Sorry.
Is it the one where you like instant? Is that the one?
Yeah, yeah. Now I don't have a flashlight or whatever, but it is called a pocket pussy. It's a little silicone thing with a little hole and everything, and do what you got to do and everything. It works pretty good. Now every now and then my hand would be like touching myself, and I'm like, that don't feel right. Where's my toy at? But every now and then it's want to get a quick whippy, go. All right, ladies. So y'all ready to get up in this conversation?
Let's do this.
Yes.
Now, I didn't take any notes. All I did was write some questions down. So when it comes to sex toys, is it, well, I guess you can't really speak for the entire womanhood, but the idea is battery or no battery powered?
Battery.
Yeah,
well,
battery.
Where are you going to get without a battery?
Yeah. I don't want a cord.
You get me. No, what I'm saying, but now in general, like I said, I'm not saying I watch a lot of porn, but I do enjoy females who masturbate. Now, sometimes you'll see people using regular toys, the silicone or the glass, whatever, stuff like that, without batteries, and they still have a good orgasm. They still have a good orgasm. So, but in your opinion, the battery works better than no battery power?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
I got used to the vibrating. I don't think I can do it without that.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they have it where you could charge it into a USB port. You charge. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Now,
You don't need the Energizer.
before I get to this next question, let me ask you this: have you ever masturbated with a vibrator and fell asleep with a vibrator still running?
No.
No.
Okay,
You
so
have
it
to
was
hide-
only my exes.
You have to hide the evidence because you don't
No. Why do you gotta hide anything? Why do you gotta hide anything?
You want your kid to walk in and you have a fucking rubber
Okay.
schlong?
Let's say, let's speak in general. If you don't have any kids, now, okay, what I'm asking is, because I dated this one girl and she had one of those bullet eggs, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And she'd go in the bedroom. She goes, "Hey, I'm going to take a nap," and I knew exactly what that meant, and I'm cool with that. And but I come in about 30 minutes later, she's knocked out, and I hear, and I'm like, and now it's not inside of her; it's just laying in between her legs, and I'm like, "Hey, honey, your thing's going." She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, "Don't apologize. Just remember, batteries are expensive. You know, even rechargeable batteries are expensive. So to have a USB charger, yeah, that's fucking phenomenal. I get that idea. I really do."
Yeah.
She must have had one hell of an orgasm to just forget and fall asleep with it. And it's like, how does that happen? God bless her.
I got a funny story
It's
about a vibrator.
Go ahead.
All right. So we did the show about behind the scenes in the ER. I used to work at Good Sam and St. Charles. That's where I worked for 10 years in the ER. So we had a patient come in to one of the hospitals one night and he had a dildo stuck in his ass. So we had to go in, put an IV and do bloods and everything. So me and my friend went in together and tag teamed him. And,
Wait,
you know, yeah.
It was 4 of y'all now.
4 of y'all. So anyway, the thing was still going off. So it was like, zzz. So my friend was, I mean, she's not blonde, but she acts like she is. She turns around and she's like, "Excuse me, sir, your cell phone's ringing." And he's going, "That's not my cell phone." She's like, "No, but it's ringing." I was like, dude, that's not his cell phone. It's a fucking vibrator. And she was like, "Oh, shit."
Oh, my God.
That's awesome. That's awesome right there.
I'm telling you.
Oh, my gosh.
Justy, what about you? You got any funny stories about anybody that you know have done something silly with vibrators?
No, but I mean, I was gonna say before, like there was an instance where I left it out by accident. And I was like, "Oh, mommy just has to put that away real quick."
Like, what is that? Yeah.
Thank God she didn't
What?
or anything, but you know, my daughter's 3, so it's like
Mommy, what's that? It's my Harry Potter wand. Expect you orgasmus.
it's mommy's boyfriend.
Yeah, Bob, battery operated boyfriend.
Yeah, Bob. We have a suction cup one at the house here. We leave outside as a joke. And whenever my husband's friends come over, we stick it on their windshields or stick it on the back of their car. And we call it a unicorn.
Oh my God.
It's a unihorny.
A unihorny.
All right, so I guess the next topic or question would be lube or no lube.
Lube, yeah. Astragal.
Can you get away without lube, or is it lube preferred?
It's preferred.
I mean, unless you get yourself really wet from porn, it's really hard to get off if you don't have any kind of lubrication.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
Totally agree. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Survey says yes.
Yeah, I know. I gotta agree because, like I said, I'm not trying to give away secrets, but if you get a woman wet enough, you don't need the lube. But somehow the lube works better than the actual vaginal fluids. Is that correct?
It does. Some of it
does.
warms up. It's just, it has a nicer, it's a slicker feeling.
Slide, slippity slide.
Slide.
Slide, Astroglide.
Astroglide's the shit, let me tell you.
I got another one.
I like KY. I'm a fan of KY. You know, I'm a fan of KY warming and all that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't
warming.
used that in years.
Yeah, I have it.
Now, go ahead, ladies.
No, I was gonna say something, but I better not.
No, go ahead. No, get it out. Go
I
ahead.
said I used to get lube when I worked at the hospital. You know, the lube packets when they used to do rectals.
Do the sonograms.
Yeah, I used to take some of it home.
I don't blame you.
I didn't have to buy lube for a long time.
I love it.
I used to steal those little gloves and shit, so I'd have 5 condoms at one time.
Oh God, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm kidding.
No, what I did is to steal the gloves because when I was a tattoo artist, gloves were fucking expensive, so I'd go in there and steal a fucking bunch of them bitches. I ain't no lie about that. Yeah, that's honest as fuck. All right, so we talked about stimulation as now, as far as preferred methods of stimulation, visual or mental. You know, watching porn or as something that's a memory that you had or something like, you know, your spank bank, if you will. Do you have a spank bank or do you actually prefer to watch, you know, porn?
I have to watch porn or else I can't get off. It's so bad. Like, I think I'm just like, what is it? Not jaded. Like, I'm
broken.
Yeah, I'm broken. Like, I need that visual. I do.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I need to watch porn too to get off. I can't imagine sex and not watching it. I can't do that and try to get off. No. Unless I'm fantasizing about somebody, then
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, you know, fantasizing, mental, you know, can you actually close your eyes and have a mental picture of what's going on and have an orgasm that way?
Yeah, if I'm really into somebody or something, yeah. Like
right.
A movie star or something. No, but I do need to have porn to totally get off. It takes a while. Let me put it this way. It's longer if you imagine than it is when you're watching Pornhub. So I'd rather watch the Pornhub and get my shit going and then do what I have to and then call it a day, you know, instead of being there milking the shit for fucking 5 hours.
I guess I'm the exact opposite because without watching anything, and I'm just using my mental memories or whatever shit, it's like done and done. But if I'm watching porn, I gotta wait till they're done. I mean, I'm such a gentleman. I make sure the porn star has an orgasm before I do. No lie.
Oh my God.
Now I've had to fast forward a couple times. Like, bitch, you take too long. Let's go. I got shit to do today.
Okay, I do fast forward. I don't like foreplay. I get right to the insertion, right to the fucking into the hole. That's it. Full force. That's what I like. So I'm one of those that scrolls to like half the video and that's it.
And it's got to be like when you search, you have to search like 20 minutes and above. I don't want a 3-minute video. I want
exactly. Yeah.
See, I'm good with a 3-minute video because that's still too long for me. But at the same time, I mean, why watch a porn for 10 minutes if you're just going to, you know, 30-second nut? You know, it's like, I'm not looking for a story. I'm not looking for a romance. I'm not looking for anything. But I do feel, like I said, obligated to wait till they have an orgasm before I do bust a nut. So I don't know.
I'm curious. This toy you have. Oh, you have a fleshlight thingy.
No, I don't have a fleshlight. It's called a pocket pussy. It's just a little silicone thing. It's a little silicone thing. And with the lips around there, you know, you lube it up and, you know, go to town and shit.
I fucking can't.
It's actually called a pocket pussy. Well, they call it, I don't think the male massager, but it's called a pocket pussy. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I don't know why it don't fit in my pockets. I don't understand that shit.
Now, what about a cock ring?
No, when I was younger, I've done those things. I've done the cat collars, cock rings. Now, if you want to hear something really funny, have you ever heard of the cock cage?
No. Oh, no.
She's like, oh, no. Basically, it's a device that goes around, you know, your penis and your testicles, but your dick is in a little bird cage. It's called a cock cage. No, but worse than a chastity belt because it's a cock cage. Yeah, when y'all get down today, go look it up. Go look up cock cage. Make sure you take off, put it on off on the safety settings because it ain't gonna show you the real thing. But I was like, I saw one of them like, wow, why would? Well, I've got friends in the fetish lifestyle, and they say me shit sometimes, and I'm like, wow, nope, that's not for me. But I was like a cock cage, and I'm like, holy shit.
You weren't kidding. This thing looks legit. This thing looks legit.
Justine already went and looked it up. She wasn't wasting no time. She went and looked it up.
Wow, that's a chastity belt, and that's silence of the cocks.
And,
Why does it have a lock on it though? Like, what's the lock for?
so you don't touch yourself. You give the keys to your partner, and they control your thing. You know, they control the freedom of your penis. You know, free willy.
Makes sense
That's
now.
Wow, you learn
Right.
something new every day. I was 47 when I learned what a cock gauge was. Thank you, Rev.
Thank you.
Hey, don't thank me. Thank my friends in the fetish life. Let's see. Okay. Now, Jenny's favorite slogans for the past month has been "Don't trust the hole." So let me ask you this question to everybody out there, and you can leave your comments. And I'm going to ask my co-host also. Double clicking the mouse or the tunnel of love? What gets you the best stimulation?
What was the first option? I didn't hear the saying.
Double clicking the mouse. You know, double clicking the mouse.
Okay.
The little man in the boat.
Oh.
Or the tunnel of love. Which one is more stimulating?
Click. Yep.
Yeah,
Click.
I
Click.
agree. Yeah.
So insertion is not as more pleasurable as the clitoris is.
No, you need. I don't know. Depends.
No,
Both is good.
Yeah,
well, yeah, I understand both is good because, like I said, I watch masturbation shit.
you go one.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, you gotta take a little turn there every now and then.
Yeah.
But I guess the theory has always been with people that really don't understand the woman's body is that the only way they can have an orgasm is through penetration. I'm like, no, that's not true.
No.
But I'm just speaking out of turn because I'm a guy, so I'm not supposed to have these opinions and all that shit. So let me ask you that: can you have an orgasm without being penetrated?
Mm-hmm.
I've had a penetration orgasm maybe 3 times in my life, and I'm 37.
Oh wow, 3?
It's really hard. It's really hard. It's really hard for me.
Yeah.
So it's more external than it is internal.
Mhm.
And see, I understand that concept. So it's like when I do watch the women that use videos or use vibrators and toys and everything else, they're jackhammered away, and I'm like, come on, baby, I got shit to do, man. Fuck, come on, baby, damn, let's get it going. But when they get the little motors or the massagers on the clitoris, boom, you know, fireworks, you know, everything's fucking all right and shit. Everything you can lay it back and, you know, enjoy the world.
I don't squirt like that. I mean,
Oh no, I'm the same world. I'm just saying fireworks as in you know, the toes curl and you lay back. Oh, that's awesome. That's good to go. That's good to go right there.
I feel vajuvenated.
But rejuvenated.
Have you guys ever heard of
What is
Hooray
it?
for the VJJ.
Have you ever heard
What'd you
of
say, Justine?
have you ever heard of a vajacial?
Vajacial.
Is that a facial?
Go ahead, let us know. Go ahead,
They
let us.
have it by my house. You can literally get a facial for your vagina.
Get out
Now,
of here.
I understand the scaping if you want to trim and shave and all that. So what are they going to do? Put lipstick on there?
No, they like steam it and they like I don't know if they massage it, but they steam it and they put like this mud mixture on it. I don't know. It makes it really fresh.
Wow.
I need to try this.
I need to watch that.
I was like,
Or I need to get involved. I need to get involved there somehow.
They have merkins, fake pube wigs. You know, they do. They have merkins.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, time out. You tell me they have fake pubes to put on your mouth, your pubis mound area.
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Look up merkin. Google a merkin.
No, I'm not. No, ma'am.
They're
No,
wigs.
ma'am.
They have colored ones, rainbow ones. They have ones. They got ones with rhinestones on them.
Oh my god! You're right.
Why? They're gonna be you're gonna be dazzled vaginas.
And they have vajazzle is the rhinestone stickers.
Oh, I was gonna say I just said bejazzled, but bejazzled. Oh
There
my
is
damn.
Vajazzled, yeah. And the merkin. See, Justine? She's Googling it now.
Yeah, why not just let it grow?
That's
I mean, like, I get the glitter and stuff, but like, am I allowed to show this or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, show it. Go ahead.
It's a wig.
Fuck it. If we get banned, we'll get banned.
Why
See?
wouldn't you just let it grow?
That's a merkin.
But so Wow.
See?
They got toupees for the VJJ. Wow.
Now there's a
Crazy.
story behind the merkin. Back in the day, prostitutes used to wear them because it used to turn the men on. So that's where they
Men
got-
off.
Yeah, turn men
You-
off.
You say turn men off or turn men on?
Turn men on. Like they
Oh, that big old bush and everything.
they're like bush bitches. They did. Like the vintage bush was in
You got a machete. You got a machete going through there. Looking for Dr. Livingston and shit.
fucking broccoli patch, cutting it down.
Like a crocodile hunter. Cracky. What's going in?
Oh, Walsh as he stalks his prey.
Oh my god. I guess it's for people
Oh.
that can't control, like hair, right? Because I mean, you just let it grow.
Well, I know it's a thing. Yeah, I know that's a thing. But
It's weird.
no, I'm not gonna get into. I'm not gonna ask you all those questions because that's personal preferences and all that stuff. But now when you're using toys and everything like that, silicone or glass.
No glass. So I never
Really?
tried glass. I never tried glass. I'm afraid it's gonna
Neither.
break. Go in my hoo-ha. I worked in the ER. I'm not going to the hospital for shards of glass in my hoo-ha. It's just not happening.
Well, it's Pyrex. It's not really glass. Well, I mean, it's still glass, but it's safety protected.
You never know, though. My luck. What if you
Yeah.
have an orgasm and you squeeze so hard and it just shatters? Or if there's a defect,
Then you did it right. Then you did it right.
then you go to the ER and, that's it. You're in the OR afterwards.
I think I've never used glass because they don't have a vibrating glass. Like I need the vibration, so I've never used a glass.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, y'all did say y'all like motorized rather than manual. Okay, it's a very good point. But I've seen a lot of people use those glass ones and everything, and it's like they get off just as well. Now I've tried them, not on myself, but on partners and everything, and they agreed that it's not as good because, like I said, there's no vibration to it. There's no, even when you rub it on the clitoris, there's nothing there except for if you rub it up and down.
Right.
And of course, everybody knows men are lazy, so they're not going to rub. They want to hold it there so they don't have to move their fucking arm. So we're lazy. Ain't no lie about that.
See?
Maybe we just invented something. Maybe someone's gonna come out with some kind of glass with the vibration in it now because we brought it up.
Yeah, see? Could be.
Now,
Hey,
there's always there's a rule in this world. There is nothing new under the sun. I'm almost certain that someone out there has a vibrating glass toy. So, and Jesse's looking it up right now. I'm pretty sure she is. I'm pretty sure she is. Don't worry about it. Don't be ashamed. Be proud. Own your shit.
We got
All
that.
right.
They do.
They do.
Aha. Yeah.
See?
I know they got infrared. I know they got infrared vibrators where you use
Wait,
infrared light, like using electricity and shit like that.
Oh
What was
God,
that?
no. No, do you
No.
want to know what it's called?
What?
What?
Icicles.
Icicles.
Hmm.
I'll send it to you guys.
No, they got these little sex toys, and it's like infrared electricity, just little small amounts of shock whatever, and they run over their bodies, run over their private parts. So I've seen those things.
I don't
I
know
don't know
about
if I mess
that.
with that.
Yeah, if you get wet.
Ah.
If you get wet, isn't that? Wait a minute.
No,
Isn't that
because it's lower than a 9-volt battery shock. If you, it's like more like static electricity than anything else.
Like a 10
So you get a little. You get a little. This is. I'm not saying put it inside you. I'm saying it's supposed to go. It's outside of the body. Now I'm pretty sure someone that has come up and like, hey, what happens if I put it inside? Then that's where everything goes wrong. Okay, so sex toys, and there's 3 different options: thickness, length, or motion. What way is better suited?
motion for me.
Yeah, I like. It has to be thick enough. Not. I don't want no little one, but the thickness has to. I guess all 3. You don't.
Well,
want
no,
small.
because but y'all agreed that battery power works, and the clitoris is the most stimulating part. So wouldn't it be motion versus everything else?
Well,
And that's why you got to get the one with the little rabbit. Like,
yes, that little hooky thing. It's like
Trust me, I know.
that little.
I'm hip. I'm hip to it. Trust me, I know. I'm all about hooking her up.
We could do promotions for Adam and Eve.
Right?
Yeah, they have commercials with that shit on there.
All right. curved or straight?
Straight.
You don't like hitting the walls?
I could do it my own way with the straight one better than a curved one, because a curved one, if you put it the wrong way, it feels like it's going to come out of your asshole. Like, you know what I mean?
I know
Some
what you
people
mean.
like that. Some people
Mhm.
like that, but I don't like that. So yeah, I'm going to go with straight.
Now, what about just a little curve? Just a little curve. I ain't talking about like a hook, but it's like a little curve, like just a little bend.
All right,
Funny
maybe.
story.
Go ahead.
I bought one that was straight and it got curvy. I had to get rid of it because I used it so much. I swear to
You didn't
God.
have to get rid of it. You didn't have to get rid of it because you molded it to your own likeness.
Yeah.
You know.
It stopped working. It stopped working.
Oh,
Yeah,
you broke it.
Yeah, it stopped working. I don't know. There's something about it. Okay, that's like having sex with somebody with priapism. You know, with
With what?
Their dicks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hook dicks. Hook
Yeah.
dicks. Oh, yeah, I got you.
No, what is that called? Priapism is a hard on that doesn't come down. Oh,
Oh, I have no idea. I call it hook dick.
Peyronie's. It's called Peyronie's disease.
Like
That's what it's.
Pierogies. It's cheese and mashed potato filled.
Yeah, pierogies. Peyronie's. Yeah, that's what it is. Peyronie's disease. They have a
Interesting.
curve. They have.
I'm
they have
learning
hook
so
dick.
much today. I'm
I
learning
know,
so much.
right?
Seriously.
Hey, I got to share this because I remember something I did stupid over the weekend. We went shopping for groceries, right? And we was at Walmart, and they got the bins for the vegetables and everything like that. Now I walked over to it and I started laughing. Now my wife is about a good 50 feet away, and she's, "What are you laughing about?" I said, "I know I shouldn't do it, but I got to do it." She goes, "Go ahead and do it." So I picked a cucumber up, held it up. I said, "Honey, you want a long one or a thick one this time?" And of course, everybody. And she goes, "Why can't I have both?" I said, "Well, you should have fucking married me then." Good shit right there. Good shit right there.
That's funny.
That's something my mom would say. My mom would 100% say that.
Oh,
100%.
she's hysterical. We got to get her on one day.
I know. I told her.
We have to get a good topic for her. So think of one, and then we could interview her, and like I want to stump her, like just to see what she says.
You got to see what
Get her all
blushing.
blushing. Get her all blushing. Now I got two sets of questions left, and I guess they roll into the same thing.
Okay.
Do you prefer solo masturbation by yourself or shared experience with a partner, either watching or participating?
Solo.
Solo. Yeah.
Because I can't get off like if somebody is going to be using a toy on me. It's not the same. I'd be like, all right, just give me the real thing.
Really?
Yeah, no, I got to do it myself because I know how to use it and where I want it. Like, you know, where I need it.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, because you know the sweet spot. If you try and give it to someone else, it's like, where's Waldo? I just want to get it, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I get
my
it.
point.
Okay, so you don't like masturbating in front of other people. You like masturbating alone to get yourself off,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Okay, all right. But now you see a lot of women on the internet, and of course that's what they do. That's how they make their bread and butter and everything.
Yep.
Do you think they're at home and they masturbate in front of their partners, or let their partners masturbate them, or do you think that's something they do just for the cameras?
If they could do it in front of the camera, they're doing it in front of other people. Other people are doing it to them. They're just like, I feel like they just don't care. They're just free spirit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good with that. But my question is like when people talk about porn stars, just back in the 80s and 78, about talking porn. Can a porn star have a regular sex life with their partner? Because all they do at work is fuck.
That'd be, I don't know. If I was one, I wouldn't be able to decipher the both.
Okay.
You
They
you
have to be so
separate.
desensitized to like, I don't know. It wouldn't be a normal sex life for
No.
me anyway. I wouldn't be able to compartmentalize that.
Right. That's a good, yep. That's a good way of saying it.
All right. Now, Soup Sandwich, out here, we bring these topics up because basically I mentioned last week that back in the old days, women were considered hysterical or having mental problems because they didn't know how to have an orgasm or they weren't orgasming. So they had to go to the doctors or physician or do house calls. And the doctors would actually manually masturbate them to get their workout. And now they're cured. They're no longer crazy and bitchy. And so I did find a video on that, and I wanted to share that on here.
Well, hysteria was diagnosed by Hippocrates, as I mentioned. That's 450 BC, so that's really quite a long time. It didn't really go out of fashion as a diagnosis. Well, it was legislated out of existence in 1957 by the American, I think it's American Psychiatric Association. But there's still a catch-all category for things. Charles Lassague, who was a 19th century French physician, once said that hysteria was the waste paper basket of otherwise unemployed medical symptoms. And into this waste paper basket went all sorts of things from antiquity until Freud's time. And he put a new interpretation on what hysteria was. And that's the one that we remember most often. But the disease, the quote disease that is described by Hippocrates and by Thomas Sydenham, who's trying to remember, 17th century. He's called the English Hippocrates. He's a historical British physician. It really sounds a lot more like sexual frustration. She's nervous. She has trouble sleeping. She has trouble with anxiety. She has these vague feelings of heaviness in the abdomen. And then my two favorite symptoms, you don't see this in every description, but you see them in enough to make you suspicious. One of the symptoms is sexual fantasy, and the other is vaginal lubrication. And if these are symptoms, there are an awful lot of sick people out there, right? And they found a lot of sick people. They thought in the 19th century, for example, that 3/4 of all women, middle-class women, suffered from hysteria. And if those are the symptoms, maybe they did. In some cases, it was innocence, but I wasn't even sure of my hypothesis myself until I saw the works of a fellow named Nathaniel Highmore, who wrote about hysteria in 1666. And he wrote in Latin, so it's a very good thing I took that, did all that classics back in as an undergrad. That he said, he just calls what he's producing. He tells you all about how to do it. Well, here you get some oil, and you get all, greased up, and then the fingers of this hand go in here, and the fingers of the other hand go here, and then she'll get to breathe hard, and then there'll be contractions, and she'll get all red in the face, And then he just goes right on and says, well, it's an orgasm, but it's your job to do this because you're a doctor. Right? And you have to relieve the symptoms. And she will feel better for a while, and she'll be back, if she can afford to come to the doctor regularly. So it was a great way for a doctor to make a living. These women are not really sick, and they're not going to get well either. So, that was one of the things you notice about in the 19th century. The doctors actually write about that it's a good source of revenue. But some of the doctors actually in the 17th century, that is in Highmore's time, in Britain, Audrey Eccles, who's a British historian of medicine, has documented that there was actually a split between Protestant and Catholic doctors about whether it was really appropriate for doctors to be doing this, because they knew what was going on. At that time, they did. It's not clear if they did in the 19th century or not. But apparently the Catholic doctor said, well, it's your duty to do this. So, she might die of it, or really. So you have to do this. And the Protestant doctors were like, oh, we mustn't, terrible thing, But apparently that, that all was gone by the 19th century, and the doctors most of them were saying, oh, it's nothing sexual. It can't be anything sexual because there's no penetration and therefore no sex, right? Can't be. It has to be something else. Hysterical paroxysm, that's what we're seeing. It's like the breaking of a fever when you have a cold, and you're all feverish for a while, and then the fever breaks and you feel better. Yeah, see, that's it, the crisis of the disease, very Galenic. So they had their complete explanation there. But some of them even then knew. One of them who did was a fellow named, a French physician, would be a French physician, right? Auguste Tripier. And he says I think it's 1883, he says, look, guys, and he doesn't mean guys because he's speaking to an audience of physicians, and they're all guys. Look, you know as well as I do that this is une crise vénérienne. This is an orgasm, a sexual crisis. But we're doing it anyway. It's just as if we're masturbating these patients. And they were like, we don't want to hear it accused. And they just ignored it, went right on. The only thing that stopped them, I think what stopped, there are two things. One of them is, well, actually three. Freud comes along, and he attempts massage therapy for hysteria, and it turns out he's not very good at it. This is the guy who didn't know what women wanted, right? So he decided he'd sit them up and talk to them instead, and that we can go on from there. But in any case, that's one thing that happened, is Freud comes along and reinterprets hysteria, what it is. Oh, it's lesions in the consciousness. It's nothing to do with sex. The second thing comes along is there begins to be a little more knowledge about women and their sexuality. Not a whole lot, but there's some early sexology that is very persuasive. And people begin to say, well, maybe women do have sexuality. Maybe it's not unhealthy, And then the third thing that happens, and this is the real killer, as it were, the vibrator begins to appear in pornography. And then the doctors go, and just drop it like a hot rock. They don't want anything more to do with it because, it's obvious that what they're doing is exactly what these women are doing to themselves.
Barney? Could you not poke the body with a stick, please?
So y'all share y'all's thoughts on what sex toys are supposed to be for the female body. What are your ideas?
Oh no, I haven't climaxed since horseback riding lessons when I was a girl.
No one worry. Pater Freud is here. Now, Blanche, please stimulate Beatrice with the feather, lightly at first. Did you already orgasm?
Is that where I get the quiver shakes and I'm transported to a ghost purgatory on a beam of light and then I ask for forgiveness?
I've never seen this before. Blanche, continue. Let's see if Beatrice is multi-orgasm. Well, I'd say you're cured. Wow. Now, pelvic contractions will release pent-up uterine energies, which have been affecting your moods.
If you want to improve my mood, you're going to need to use another finger.
Now, Dodo, in some elderly specimens, such as yourself, a more strident course of stimulation is required. Servant, begin.
I used to be the shadow of my life was hanging over me. A broken man, but I don't know. Won't even stand and never stand.
Faster, Garfield, faster! Faster!
Go ahead, Justine, you first.
No, I was just gonna say, I think that everyone's different, right? You have different, pleasure points. For me, it's a stress reliever. I like to do it alone because it's just me time. Mm-hmm. That's just who I am. But mm-hmm. I don't get enjoyment of like someone else watching me or doing it to me. I enjoy just doing it and getting the job done.
That's right. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like I never owned one until maybe like a year ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I felt that what is a toy going to do for me that if I have a husband, why do I need a toy? Why do I need it? So I never wanted one. And my friends are like, oh, you don't know what you're missing. You got to get this. So I got one just for the hell of it. And that was it. So I ventured into other things. But like, I would do it by myself. I wouldn't want like my husband to be sitting there and I couldn't get off. I'd just be like, no, just put it down because you don't even know what you're doing. It
Well,
doesn't.
you
go
can-
Oh, just hold it. Motherfucker, this ain't Star Wars. Put the lightsaber down.
What, Justine?
No, I was gonna say you bring up a good point though, because like if my husband found my toys, like I'd be mortified. Like I don't know what it is, but like I can't let him see it. Like if he saw an 8-inch cock, he'd be like, "Whoa, what are you doing with that thing? Like, why do you need?"
Right.
You
What
know?
do you need that for?
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Men are still that insecure nowadays.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Wow.
My husband don't care because I told him.
Okay.
He's over the road all the time. So I'm like, if you think I'm going to sit there and not, use it because you're not here for days on end, you're fucking nuts, So another reason why I invested in 1 or 2 or 3 or a collection.
The dildo box. They call it the box. Like, haha. Now, I'm not sure if you ever seen the series Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
All right. One of the things that when I saw that show, the thing that cracks me up the most is anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. I was like, damn, that's right on the money. That's right on the money.
Yep.
Have you ever met any females who don't like masturbation and just rather just have sex?
I don't think I have. No, I mean, or unless like they just don't talk about it. No, I haven't met anybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, me too. I don't know anybody that does.
Because I've come across a couple of females that they don't want to masturbate. They don't want to touch themselves at all. They just rather have sex. And like, no shower massager, nothing. No washer and dryer. I mean, no simulation whatsoever. Just have sex. Now they're not having an orgasm during sex. They just have sex because it's convenient.
Yeah.
So they're not having. Yeah. So that's like, it seems kind of weird to me, but each to their own,
I was just gonna say, I was gonna ask Jenny, like before you had the toy, did you use like an electronic toothbrush or something? You just use your hand? That was it?
That was my hand. That was it.
Oh,
That's it. That for all these years since I don't even know.
Wow.
She got the phone. They got the phone ringer going off every 5 seconds. Hey, call me back. Call me back. Oh, something wrong with y'all.
Something wrong with you.
A little bit.
Well, yeah, I know that. Hey, that's a given right there.
That's why you love us.
Yes, he does.
I do. And people know me. Like I said, I've been saying this all my life. I put women on pedestals. And no lie about that. I love the female life. I love the female power. I love the female form. Jenny we had a conversation one day about breastfeeding, and I'm like, really? You don't like breastfeeding? I'm like, it's awesome. And she started describing the nipple as this bottle top, and it looks like a deformity. I'm like, yeah, but it's still a fucking pretty nipple, though. Because I got a rule. I got a lot of rules, but I don't like going to strip clubs because if you don't show me no nipples, you're not showing me no fucking nudity. You put a little titty tape on, there ain't no boobies. I don't care what you say. There is no nipples, no nudity. Bottom line.
I want a refund.
Yeah.
Right. We watch these shows sometimes, and they'll show a woman's breasts, but blur out the airbrush or blur out the nipples. And I'm like, that ain't the same. That's wrong. You showed his titties, why can't you show hers?
Mm-hmm.
So I get offended by not showing the nipples because I'm a fan of the breast. Like I said, I'm like a little kid. If I'm whining and crying and bitching, titty right in the mouth, I'll shut the fuck up. No problem. But I love women. I love the idea of women. Like I said, I put them on pedestals. But at the same time, I'm not a slave to women. But I do appreciate everything they have to go through in life. I do appreciate their struggles. But at the same time, you're not struggling anymore. You're better than me. You've always been better than me because that's what the world's got to remember. Women are the people maker. Mm-hmm. They have ultimate power. They're like, women should be, second-class citizens. I'm like, no, fuck you. You have no fucking clue. A woman made you, asshole.
Well, it's about that time.
Oh, yes, it is. Yep.
Wrap this up. Yeah, I don't want you
Yep.
to late you think.
But I do appreciate y'all coming on, having a conversation. I don't know how much trouble we're going to get into today, but if we do, we do. We don't, we don't. But if anything shakes loose, it's not my fault. I'm just a guy holding the microphone.
Hey, I didn't bring anything out, so we're good.
Oh, she threw it up, did she? She threw it up, did she?
No, we didn't see anything.
We didn't see anything.
Well, I can't see anything. I gotta look forward. Like I said, if it's titty popped out, I wouldn't be able to see it because I'd be like, hey, wait a minute, what's going on over there? Because I'm on the phone again. Yeah. But we're gonna get out of here. Y'all say goodnight to the folks, and we're gonna call it a day.
Good night. Thanks.
Good night, everybody.
I want y'all to be good, if not be good at it.